Submission Radio here with Uriah Hall ahead of his big fight with Robert Whittaker at UFC 193. Uriah, the way that you're sitting on the chair, is this a sneaky technique that you picked up in training? Is it something that's going to give you an advantage in this fight?
No, it's just called being comfortable, you know. When I'm comfortable, I'm relaxed. When I'm relaxed, I can just do
Subtle art of seduction.
No, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. To me, it's simple. I don't know why we're going too far with that.
It's such a big event, possibly 70,000 people, who knows. Why are you so relaxed?
Because it's another day. You know, the environment changed, but the act doesn't. You know, just because it's a big arena and all that stuff, I'm not going to get freaked out. I know what I'm here to do. I'm here to clock in and clock out.
What went into the factor of taking this fight? Obviously, Bisping got out. He was injured. Were you straight away sure that this was the fight that you want, or what went into your mind in deciding you wanted to take it?
Well, at first I hesitated because I was like, it's going to be my 5th fight for the year. I'm a little tired. And then I was like, it could be a good payday. And I had noticed that Australia taxed the shit out of you. But I was like, it's a great opportunity. He's one of the best. Why not take that on, you know? I like to go up against guys that are really good, because when you're good, it brings the best out of me.
How do you rate Rob in terms of an opponent?
I think he's very good, man. I respect him as an opponent. You know, he paved his way. He's got a sneaky left hook. And, you know, stuff like that will keep you on the edge. You know, I'm more excited at the fact that I can go up in there with him. Not trying to look too much past Gegard, but I think he's more of a threat than Gegard. You know, he's young, he's hungry, he's just had a kid, I think, so he's more driven. And that's a good enough reason to come out here. And plus, you're in your home country. That's a hell of a boost. So for me, I love the whole adversity thing, you know. I mean, I didn't come this far to just come this far.
You're known primarily as a striker. Where do you think this fight will take place? More on the ground or on the feet?
Wherever it goes, I'm always ready. You know, I stay ready. I think he's a good boxer too, and has a good wrestling base. That's what I heard. I don't pay too much on that. You know, I just go out there and go with the flow.
We saw in the Gegard Mousasi fight, you know, your improved ground game. You were constantly throwing up submissions, constantly threatening Gegard Mousasi despite being on the bottom. Is this something big that you've been working on, or something that you sort of secretly possibly hoping to catch Robert Whittaker with?
Wherever the fight takes me, that's where I'm going to go. I've been working my ground game with Jason Manley, and he's one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners, you know. He's from Cesar Gracie. And I just feel very comfortable. I just received a blue belt. I haven't gotten a belt in years in anything. So it's a great feeling, but I just try not to overthink anything. There's no secret.
Speaking of the Gegard fight, obviously a fantastic win. It's been some time since that fight's over and done with. Amazing kick, amazing finish. But what were your analysis of the fight? I mean, at the start, you were in a bit of trouble against Gegard.
Yeah, you know, I threw a kick to kind of keep distance. He grabbed my leg and took me down, showed good defense. I was relaxed. I kept a good composed. And, you know, I just looked for an opportunity. I knew the first round didn't go so well, so I just accepted that. And round 2, I was like, fuck it.
Well, mentally, it looks like you were very, very strong in that fight. Obviously, you've spoken before. You've had some issues mentally going into fights. Is this the strongest that you feel mentally going into this fight? Because Rob is known for his mental fortitude when he fights here in Australia.
I mean, everybody has their own issues, you know. I mean, sometimes you can fake it well. So I could sit here and tell you I'm better now, but psychologically, it could play in something else. It's something that reporters, fans, and whoever is watching right now will never understand unless you actually step in there. So it doesn't really matter what I say. It's scary to be in there because someone could die, hopefully not. And at the same time, you can lose, but it's the focus you have to focus on. The people that in your life that are supporting you, you know, the positive reinforcements. As long as you have those things, then you can do good. Not thinking about the outcome, focusing on right now. So it's hard to explain unless you've done it.
When people talk, it's very relatable. When people talk about, you know, Uriah Hall and his mental game, do you think it's been over-sensationalized, or do you think it's really just something that every fighter goes through?
I think people are entitled to their opinions, and the only time people could say that is because they've never done it, you know. Like I've heard fans say, hey man, go out there, I'm going to make money off of you and stuff. And it's sad to see how people look at the sport. Like, Japanese fans are probably the best fans I've ever came across. They don't give a shit about any of that stuff. They just focus more on what you had to go through as an individual, as a martial artist, to go out there and display what you're good at. And I think the rest of the fucking world should learn after that shit, you know. It's awesome. I've never felt so welcome because of my skill set. You know, they don't play favoritism. It's just, hey man, thank you for sacrificing so much and going out there. And a lot of people don't understand that. So why should I give two shits about your opinion?
Do you think it's one of the reasons is because the sports maybe not oversaturated, but there's so many more events and now it's becoming more mainstream. You're getting more mainstream fans, and maybe they don't understand the roots. Maybe they didn't watch things like Pride. Maybe they don't understand what fighters go through.
They don't. They only see the fight. You know, people only see the fight. They don't see the struggle. They don't see the weight cut. They don't see what you have to go through backstage, where you got to wait to go on the fucking stage and you're thirsty as fuck and you're going insane and your body's dehydrated and your brain is going like numb. Nobody sees that shit. And to them, they're like, we don't have to see it. We just want to see you fight. But again, who gives a shit? So if I go out there and I perform and I get booed or whatever, I don't care. It's for me. It's not for you. You can love me or hate me. I mean, my family, my friends, those are my real supporters, you know? I mean, look at people that you don't like. If you don't like him, let's take, for instance, Mayweather. You want to watch him because you want to see him get his ass kicked. And if you like him, you want to see him win. So at the end of the day, it's about that individual, you know? And I used to play in that category where I'm like, oh, man, I hope I don't let these fans out. Man, fuck them. It's about me. It's about me.
Well, as we wrap this up, Uriah, we want to grab a prediction from you, man. How do you see this one going? We know you're big into visualization and seeing what's going to happen in your fights. What's the one scenario that pops out in your mind the most? How do you see this fight finishing?
I can't answer that question.
Secret?
I don't have any secrets. I mean, I can ask you right now, you know what's going to happen 5 seconds from now? Because I don't. I mean, it's a future. I can't think about it. If I don't think about it, then, it doesn't affect me. I'm worried about right now because that's the only thing I have control of.
Well, the one thing we know is that you fight Robert Whittaker this Sunday, UFC 193, and we can't wait to watch. Thanks for your time, Uriah.
That's a prediction right there. Thank you.